Welcome back to Braided Lessons with Braidednikki. Today I'm teaching you how I create medium-sized knotless box braids. Medium-sized parts describe a mixture of small and medium parts. The proper parting foundation is very important, especially for knotless box braids, because unlike traditional classic box braids, knotless box braids create visible parts. You want to make sure that when you're finished your knotless box braids, that your parting is clean and consistent.
We want to have 3 parts from the ear. Setting up this braiding foundation is going to help us to make sure that our parting is the same size on each row. Also to make sure that the parting stays consistent so that by the time we're finished this hairstyle, it's going to look flawlessly parted. Knotless braids show the parting, so you want to make sure that if you're doing your knotless braids, that the parting is perfect because, again, it will show. So this is the safest technique.
You want to make sure that you're not putting the jam on the lines. You want to spread the jam on each side.
So right here and right here. Parting it up here makes the hair stay out of the way because before it was like this. Now when I have the gel at the top, it stays there so I can see the parting more clearly. Now that I can see the parting more clearly, this helps me to part it more in a straighter line just in case I missed anything. So I'm gonna just look to see if I have any lines that need to be, or any part in the line that needs to be fixed. So I see like a little strand there. So I'm just gonna fix that just to make sure that it's extremely straight. Back to this side. This right here, it seems like it's a little bit off because it goes straight. You can see it goes straight. And then over here, this strand is in the way, right, of my straightness. So I'm just going to take that strand out. There. There. There we go. That's better. Now this is a mannequin, so on a normal head, there might be more strands. It gives me limited amount of strands. This is a very good quality mannequin. So it's pretty close to a human's head because it has a lot of strands. So that's why my parting literally looks like as perfect as how it would look when I'm doing someone's hair. I'm just going through to make sure that there's no more interferences with my part that I made. So that looks pretty good to me. So I'm done with that part. And then I'm gonna go ahead and braid this down. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just flat twisting the hair out of the way. You can either do this or you can just clip it down. I like to flat twist it just so that when I'm finished the whole entire head, I can truly see if all of my parts are even in comparison to each other. Going forward, we're going to make our second part from the ear. So we come up here. Now keep in mind, when doing your second part, when doing your second line, you want to make sure that it is at least, so you get your finger, your index finger, and then you want to make sure that it's at least this. You see how my finger has like a little line right here? So I try to go up here. That would be classified as medium, so I'm gonna go up here just a little bit. So just right above my line. So I'm doing that now, checking it. Perfect. Okay, so that's part number 2. So what I do here is I go ahead and I get the bottom. We're gonna get the top. And then what I usually like to do is I will go ahead and brush the top up so that I can clearly see my part. Okay. And then I'm going to brush this down to make sure that my part is more visible. Sometimes you can use the back of the comb, like right here, and just kind of brush it down just to get that seamless look for preparing your braid. Go ahead, like so. And then we're going to braid it like so again. Again, flat twisting obviously is better because you can clearly see the parting. Okay? Alrighty. So that's line number 2. Now, let's do line number 3. So we get to the ear. We look for the ear. Right up top of her ear. You want to part the top of her hair, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and make our part. So here is a perfect example of a not so perfect braid. I mean, a not so perfect part. See? It looks a little squiggly, right? So no worries. What I'm gonna do is go ahead. So whenever that happens to you when you're braiding, all you have to do is just go ahead and get your jam. And then start doing what I told you to do. Start up, down, down. Always start from the bottom, just to be, you know, more organized. Always do things repetitively. Don't ever change up your techniques. So, and then you're gonna go back to the top. I'm gonna keep it organized today. We start at the bottom and then we work our way to the top again. Okay, so that's the first step. And then I'm just gonna clip this out of the way. So then once I have that foundation ready for me, I'm gonna go with my comb again and I'm gonna repart. The gel helps the hair to lay. So I'm gonna start here. See, the gel is sticking together to the hair, so it's not all over the place. It's not very frizzy anymore, so it's easier for me to part. And then this strand is kind of random there, so I'm just gonna add it to the bottom as it would look better on that side. There we go. That's already looking better. And then I'm going to get over here. This is really just discretion, this part, but for me, I just feel like some strands need to be up and some need to be down. So I'm just gonna go through. Follow along with your mannequin if you're at a part where you feel like your part is not perfect. And I don't like over here, I think it could be a little bit more neater. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it neater. And I'm making sure that over here is perfect as well. There we go. She good. Now, the reason why I say it's better to either cornrow or flat twist the hair is because I'll be able to see if it's even from here to here by braiding it. So that's 3 from the air. It's very important that you have a mirror in front of you so that you're able to see your client's head. Okay, we're gonna do our index finger trick. That line there, so it's right there. And even sometimes when you're adding on the jam, it actually can straighten it out even more. But I'd still see some parts that I want to be a little straighter. So I'm just gonna go through with my comb. Her fully braided down, and now we're just gonna go ahead and inspect the hair. So I'll clip these up here. Okay. So here you can see if you've made any mistakes. We'll just go ahead and do a full turnaround like so.
There we go. Thank you so much for watching my video on how to get the perfect parts for medium-sized knotless braids. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and click the like button and subscribe for more braid tutorials each week. To complete your knotless braids, check out lesson 3, how to part hair, on my braiding lessons playlist. Happy braiding!